Okay, to the glory of God, I've been able to finish the first part of Lasustech assignment questions. And in this class, I'll be looking at the second part, second aspect, which is related to polynomials. Now, for these polynomial questions, we have like 15 of them also. Number one, we have 5 questions in number 1. So let's see how I'm going to solve these questions in polynomial. Now, before I move on, I would advise that you check my videos on polynomials to see what I did there, so as to have an idea on what I'm going to be doing here. Now, to solve solution, number 1a says we should divide this by this, divide this by this, divide this by this, down to this last question. So let's see how I'm going to solve these questions. Now, on dividing, how do you divide? This is your dividend, this is your divisor. Now, on dividing, you're going to get your quotient and your remainder. In which case, you might have 0 as remainder. In which case, you might have values with respect to what variable x as a remainder. Now, how do we now solve? Putting our divisor here, x is power 3 minus 2x plus 1. And then putting our dividend here, which is x is power 5 plus 4x is power 4 minus 3x plus 5. Now, how do I divide? The idea in polynomial division is as though using this first variable throughout. So x is power 5, x is power 3 in x is power 5 remains what? X is power what? 2. Multiplying this first divisor, our quotient, by all this, I have this as what? X is power 5 minus 2x is power 3, then plus what? X squared. So x squared times this times this times this gives me all this I have here. Now, if you are acquainted with division of this form, I'm going to do a subtract at this point. So subtraction, this becomes plus, this becomes what? Minus. On subtracting, this becomes 0. On subtracting, 4x is power 4, the new sign is plus. So that is 4x is power 4, there is no x is power 4 down here. So I'm just going to write it down. So I have plus 4x is power 4 plus what? 2x is power 3 minus x squared minus 3x plus 5. Now note, if it were to be some other aspects, I would have expanded this. That is, I should have something like, I'll transform this question to something like this. Minus or plus 0x is power 3 plus or minus 0x is power 2. Then I have what? Minus 3x, then plus what? 5. Why am I doing like this? Because we have an order. The highest order is what? 5, and then the lowest order is what? 0. So I have 3 power 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and what? 0. So I can easily solve in this case now. So it means if I have something like this, 4x is power 4 plus nothing down here is 4x is power 4 minus 0x is power 3 plus 2x is power 3 is 2x is power 3, and so on. So after doing this, what I'll now do next is what? Take x is power 3 in 4x is power 4, leaving me with what? Plus what? 4x. Multiplying back becomes what? 4x times x is power 3 becomes 4x is power 4 minus 8x squared, then plus what? Plus 4x. The same thing goes, subtract this becomes minus, plus, and minus. Now, in this case, this cancels out, this remains what? Or this becomes what? I have 2x is power 3 plus no 2x is power 3 down here, or no x is power 3 down here. So I can write that 2x is power 3 is as though I did this with 0. I have x is power 2 up here, I have x is power 2 down here. So minus x is power 2 plus 8x is power 2 becomes what? 7x is power 2. I have x here with the power 1. Minus 3x minus 4x is what? Minus 7x. And finally, for my constant, plus 5 plus nothing, plus 5. Now, this should be my final input of x is power 3 into this expression. Why? Because this is power 3, power 3. So what do I now have? This becomes x is power 3 into x is power 3 becomes what? 2. Now, multiplying now becomes 2 times x is power 3 is 2x is power 3 minus 8x squared, then plus 2x, and then we have no constant in this question now. Now, on subtracting, this becomes minus, plus, minus. Adding, this becomes 0. This becomes what? 15x squared. And this becomes what? Minus 9x plus 5. Now it means this is my remainder, this is my what? Quotient, this is my divisor, and this was my what? My dividend. As simple as that. Now the same idea would I apply to solving this part, this question also. So for number B question, or question B, I have x is minus 1 as my divisor, and I have x is power 7 minus 1 as my dividend. Now, putting it also, I can say this is plus 0x is power 6 plus 0x is power 5 plus 0 down to minus 1. But without stressing ourselves, let's just solve. We have x is power 6, multiplying that becomes x is power 7 minus x is power 6. This times this, then this times minus 1. Subtracting becomes what? Minus plus, this becomes 0. X is power 6 has nothing up there, so I can say plus x is power 6. Then, what else remain? Minus 1. Now, putting x in x is power 6 becomes what? X is power 5. Multiplying now becomes x is power 6 minus x is power 5. Subtracting becomes 0. This becomes x is power 5 minus 1. X in x is power 5 becomes x is power 4. Multiplying becomes what? X is power 5 minus x is power 4. Subtracting becomes minus plus. So this is x is power 4 minus 1 down to, finally, x in x is what? Plus 1. So that's plus 1 here. Then 1 times this now becomes x minus 1. Subtracting this becomes plus, this becomes what? Minus. And you can see from our solution, x minus x is what? 0. Minus 1 plus 1 is what? 0. Now it means that my remainder here is what? 0. My quotient here is all this I have up here, which is x is power 6 plus x is power 5 plus x is power 4 plus x is power 3, power 2, power 1 plus 1. And my divisor, remains what? X minus 1. Now the same idea applies to solving this question here. That's for D, this question. Now let me solve this question. From solving this question, we're going to solve E's question. How do I then arrange this question? I have my D question to be like so. X is power minus 1 over 3. X is power 1 over 3 minus y is power minus 2 over 3. Then we have this x is power 4 over 3 minus x is power y raised to power what? Minus 6 over 3. Now, how will I solve this question? How will I solve this question? Look at this closely. Now, these are all in index form. So, how will I solve, or how will I divide the index form? Is what you're supposed to ask now. X raised to power 1 over 3 in x raised to power 4 over 3. From our law of indices, we have x raised to power a divided by x raised to power b to be x raised to power a minus b. As simple as that. So it means if I'm dividing this or this by this, it means that what? I'm going to be subtracting the what? The powers. Since they have the same base. Now, x raised to power 1 over 3 in x raised to power 4 over 3 is the same thing as me saying x raised to power 4 over 3 divided by x raised to power 1 over 3. And that becomes what? X raised to power 4 over 3 minus 1 over 3. And that's x raised to power 3 over 3, which is x raised to power 1. So I have x to the power of 1. Multiplying that becomes x times this becomes what? X raised to power 1 times x raised to power 1 over 3 becomes x raised to power 1 plus 1 over 3. And that's x raised to power what? 4 over 3 minus x times y raised to power minus 2 over 3 becomes xy raised to power minus 2 over 3. Now, this is what we have here. On subtracting, this becomes minus, this becomes what? Plus. If this becomes plus, it means that this is 0 because they have the same powers and base. It means that this becomes what? X raised to power y, xy raised to power minus 2 over 3 minus y raised to power minus 8 over 3. Now, this is 0 plus this. Now, the same thing goes. I'll be using this variable all through. So x raised to power 1 over 3 in x, y raised to power minus over 3 is as though saying x raised to power 1 minus 1 over 3. Why? Because I'm saying xy minus 2 over 3 over x. xy minus 2 over 3 over x raised to power 1 over 3. This and this is as though saying this over this. So that's as though saying x raised to power 1 minus 1 over 3 because of what? Division. Now, what does that remain? It becomes what? 3 minus 1 over 3, that's 2 over 3. So that becomes plus x raised to power 2 over 3 y raised to power minus 2 over 3. Follow closely. If I divide this will be concerned with x alone. Why? Because x is the one that has the same, x at the basis here. So y will just left alone. So that now becomes what? X raised to power 1 minus 1 over 3 times y raised to power what? Minus 2 over 3. The answer. So multiply now becomes what? It becomes xy raised to power minus 2 over 3 minus, multiply this by this. Now I'm going to be concerned with y now because I'm multiplying xy by what? Y. So this now becomes x raised to power 2 over 3 then y raised to power, multiplying, I'm going to add 2. Minus 2 over 3 plus minus 2 over 3 becomes minus 4 over 3. Okay. So what remains? This becomes 0. If sign changes, this remains what? X raised to power 2 over 3, y raised to power minus 4 over 3, then minus this, y raised to power minus 8 over 3. Now I want you to follow me closely because this is actually confusing. You have to just follow through very well. Now I'm taking this in this again, it's as though saying x raised to power 2 over 3, x raised to power 2 over 3, y raised to power minus 4 over 3, all over x raised to power 1 over 3. We go again, this is for this only. So it becomes x raised to power 2 over 3 minus 1 over 3, y raised to power minus 4 over 3. So and that becomes what? X raised to power what? 1 over 3. So I'm going to be having plus x raised to power 1 over 3. Y remains the same, minus 4 over what? Over 3. Now multiplying this by this remains this. So I'm going to have x2 over 3, y minus 4 over 3. Then minus, multiplying this by y now concerns y alone again in this case. So that now becomes what? X raised to power 1 over 3, y now raised to power what? Adding the powers becomes minus 4 over 3 minus 2 over 3, that's minus 6 over 3, which is minus 2. Minus 6 over 3 is minus 2, so that's that. On adding, or on subtracting in this case, this now becomes what? Let's go. This becomes 0. This remains what? X raised to power 1 over 3, y raised to power minus what? Minus 2. Then minus 2. Then what remains? Minus y raised to power minus 8 over 3. That's what remains. Again, taking x raised to power 1 over 3 in this becomes what? X raised to power 1 over 3, x raised to power 1 over 3, y raised to power minus 2 over x raised to power 1 over 3. It's now as though saying x raised to power 1 over 3 minus 1 over 3, y raised to power minus 2. So, what will I have up here as my other quotients? What I have here now becomes what? Or now remains what? X raised to power 0 is 1 times y for minus 2 is what? Y raised to power minus 2. So it means multiplying this by this back, becomes what? Becomes this. Then minus multiplying my solution, which is this, by this again, now becomes what? Y raised to power what? This is minus 2 over 3, this is minus 2. So minus 2 over 3 becomes what? Minus 8 over 3. And I believe this should be be the end of our solution. So on subtracting, this becomes what? 0, this becomes what? 0. As simple as that. Now, with this idea now, I have used to solve for the question, we have to solve E in like manner. So putting or applying all that apply to solve for D and get my final answer. So it means finally that my remainder is what? 0. My divisor remains this. My quotient is this, and my dividend is what? Is this. As simple as that. Now my next video I'll be solving number 2 questions, possibly number 3, number 4, number 5, depending on how long it takes.